is Mary Mattingly with the Big Rapids Pioneer, and for this week's Musician Spotlight, we're here at Resurrection Life Church with Pastor Ross Scheer. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for the opportunity.
We've been with the church since 2005, so are you a Big Rapids native, or?
Nope, I'm originally from Gaylord.
Okay.
Yeah, grew up, born and raised up north.
So obviously you play guitar. You're telling me you play electric and acoustic guitar during services, and you'll sing. So how did you learn how to play the guitar?
My dad was a pastor up north. He still is, and he had a church member come up and give him an old guitar. And my dad has always played, and so he handed me the guitar and said, "I'm going to teach you how to play." And he gave me just a little bit of sheet music and said, "Here you go." And I really had never had a lesson. I was never formally instructed on how to play, so that's how I started.
Okay, so it was kind of natural then for you to maybe step into the worship leader role then, to play music for the congregation?
Yeah, I played as one of the guitarists at my dad's church for years, ever since I think I was 12 years old when I started, or 11. And from then on, I just kind of worked my way up and began to sing more and moved into like a leading position, yeah.
So you mentioned then that your role as a musician has kind of taken a back seat to your role now as a pastor. So tell me about that transition then.
Joey would tell you that it's been hard for me to let go, but really, it's been all right. I really have fallen in love with playing electric guitar. I played acoustic for most of the time that I led worship, and since he's taken over that position, I've been able to learn how to play leads and do a lot of stuff that enhances the music, but not have to be the main driving instrument with the acoustic. So it's actually been really fun.
Yeah.
I think music is one of the most important parts of the service. You actually hear about in the Bible about how the kings, the Israelites, when they would go to war, they would send out the worship team, the band, ahead of the army. And so when we think about that and we relate that to our lives now, a lot of what you're doing when you're at church is you're battling the things, the spiritual part of your life and against the flesh part of your life. And so worship in the service is like the band going ahead of the army. I think that when it comes to worship in church, a lot of people are like afraid to really let go. I think one of the most important parts of worship is surrendering yourself to God. God wants to work in your life, but if you hold back, if you're not willing to kind of surrender your pride or your strength or whatever you want to call it, the reason people don't want to get into it, you can stop God from working in your life. But when you let go, that seems to be when people really experience God in a whole new way. You hear that saying, let go and let God. And I think it's really cliche and ridiculous, but there's truth to that.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Yeah, and all I want is to be in the light.